Gentlemen, welcome to Taco Bell Arena on the campus of Boise State University for tonight's Pac-10 wrestling matchup between the UC Davis Aggies and your Boise State.
I think we're getting ready to start there, Tyler.
UC Davis comes into this duel with 7-5 dual record, 6-0 in Pac-10, and Boise State is 8-3 in duels, 4-2 in the Pac-10.
I'd say about now. If anything, I can edit out some of the stuff we don't need later.
And for Boise State, a sophomore from Spokane, Washington, Corey Fish. At 133 pounds for the Aggies.
Good evening and welcome to Taco Bell Arena. We're here on this night to watch Boise State Wrestling take on the UC Davis Aggies.
Should be a pretty good match tonight, I think.
It should be. The Broncos are 8-3 overall, 4-2 in Pac-10, and the Aggies are 7-5 overall, but are 6-0 in the Pac-10. So it should be a good competition, and hopefully our guys can hand the Aggies their first loss.
It'd be nice.
Pac-10.
It would be nice.
For those of you that don't know, the Boise State wrestling team is in the Pac-10. They're not in the WAC, and they've been in the Pac-10 for quite a few years now, almost a decade, and stand out in that Pac-10 conference. So we're doing our introductions here. Tyler Scherfy just got introduced. Thank you.
No problem.
And Tyler's one of our better wrestlers. He's ranked 14th in the nation at his weight class of 157 by USA Today, and he was named the Wrestler of the Year last year in his weight class. So look for good things to continue out of him this year.
Absolutely. Just introduced Nate Lee there.
And we take a look at Luke Smith.
Luke Smith, he's from Idaho Falls. And there's Matt Casperson, a freshman from St. George, Utah.
St. George, coincidentally, is the home of Southern Utah, which is who our gymnastics team is going to be taking on later tonight. So
it is.
Kind of an interesting coincidental tie there.
Later tonight, we will be having a kind of a little dual thing going with wrestling taking on Stanford and the gymnastics taking on Southern Utah. So that should be interesting, having both events going at once.
Should be. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to it.
I will be here for the whole thing. I can guarantee that. So our first match here is going to be
in the 125 weight class between Corey Fish, a sophomore Bronco from Spokane, and Marcus Orozco, a sophomore wrestler from Vacaville, California. So Marcos has a slight advantage on the records at 13-9, and Corey Fish is right at 500 at 11-11. So let's see what happens. Looking at the Pac-10 rankings, it looks like Marcus Orozco for the Aggies is in a third place tie at 125 with his 13-9 record. So hopefully Corey can do something here and get some points for the Broncos.
Would be nice.
Two wrestlers lock up. Fish keeping his distance. Both wrestlers grappling, and they go out of bounds. They'll come back in and start in the neutral position. Fish goes for the takedown. Gets locked up. Let's see if he can score some points here. Get control. It looks like Orozco has him in a head and arm.
Yeah. How exactly does the point system work with this? Do you know much about that? I'm new to the whole wrestling thing, so.
Well, if I can remember a little bit from my junior high wrestling days, wrestlers get points when they get in control, and in control basically is when you're behind the upper body of your opponent.
Okay.
You get a point for that. And then near fall, you get points.
So right now, Marcos Orozco there, because he was kind of up over the back of Corey Fish there, would be in control if I.
No, he actually needs to get his body around.
His whole body around there.
They're
okay.
both in a neutral position right there.
Okay.
Corey was fighting, and there's a takedown. Oh, not quite. As soon as he clears that arm right there, he'll get his points.
Okay.
And Fish is gonna do everything in his power to keep that from happening.
Right.
And Chip is in a pretty good position if he could clear his leg. Chip just got 2 points for takedown by getting down around the torso and getting behind Orozco. Fish.
Yeah, Fish.
Sorry.
Confused me there with Chip. It's okay.
So now Corey is in control, and hopefully he can keep him there for the next 50 seconds or so, and he's going to try to maneuver himself and get some near fall points. Orozco will get a point if he escapes and gets back into a neutral position. That is not it right there. Fish is still in control, and he's gonna work to try to stay in control as Orozco tries to get him in a ankle lock. The ref there calling a draw on the whistle stoppage, and come back. And when the whistle's blown on those positions, usually it's when the wrestlers go out of bounds. They'll come back, and whoever was in control will assume the position that Fish just had on top.
Gotcha. I vaguely remember that from my wrestling days back when I was about 5.
That's a long time ago.
I remember I was in the position not in control a lot. So there's a reason why I don't do that anymore.
I guess that'd be a good reason to quit.
Yeah, exactly.
And Fish is going to close out this first period in control with the armbar there. So we're 1 period in out of 3 periods, and Boise State has a 2-point lead over UC Davis here. And as we start the second period, Fish will start in the subordinate position and try to escape or get a reversal. And there's a 2-point reverse. Oh, there's a 2-point reversal for Fish, giving us a 4-point lead. So good start here for the Broncos as Fish is off to a 4-point lead over the 3rd-ranked Marcos Orozco for the UC Davis Aggies. And
so there's potential to score quite a few points within the match rather than just winning the match itself.
I believe there's a scoring system. Not all matches are won by pin. And I can't quite recall what the point system is, but I do believe there's a point total in which the match is called if there's a certain differential in points.
Okay.
So depending on the style of the wrestler, they may be a takedown wrestler and try to rack up points, or they may go for that pin, may go for that power move.
Right. It's like they're both kind of stuck where they're at, not really able to do much to the other person there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that. A lot of wrestling is just fighting for position and that stuff. So Fish now is trying to just ride this out. He's got 15 more seconds, and he's going to try to keep his position and prevent Orozco from getting any points on an escape or a reversal. As you see him shoving his head down there, going for the half Nelson, looks like. He's going to try to roll him over, get him on his back, get some points. When the back is exposed to the mat, the wrestler will get points on a count system. Again, I'm not quite sure exactly what that point system is, but
that's okay. You know a whole lot more than I do about it, so that's why you're here.
Now in the future, hopefully we can get a former wrestler or somebody out here to help us and tell us what's going on.
Absolutely. Next season for sure. I know this is the last home meet for last regularly scheduled meet tonight against Stanford for the Boise State team. After this, they go to Pac-10 championships after a while. But,
okay.
But this is it for regular meets for our team. So next season definitely we'll get someone that knows what they're talking about.
That's kind of a relief then, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But we are off to a good start. Looks like we're taking a break for injury time. Not quite sure what's wrong with Orozco, but Fish seems to have hurt him somehow.
Well, he's up and walking, so I think he's ready to go again.
Yeah. And we start the third period in the neutral position. And Fish can go on and win this one if he can just score some more points, or even just keep Orozco from scoring any more points. It'd be a big win not only for Fish, but also for the Boise State Broncos to get off to an early start here against higher-ranked UC Davis Aggies.
So we got another 2-point takedown there.
Yeah, Fish just got another 2, so we're off to a good start. The more points we can build, the better it is.
Absolutely.
As that's how the head-to-head scoring works. So now we've got about a minute 15 where Fish is going to try to get the pin to get some more points. Orozco's pretty much at this point probably just going to try to keep from getting pinned and keep from allowing any more points. Maybe he'll try to escape and get some points there, but there we see doesn't get any points for that, but he's probably going to get some back time count for that. And there's a 2-point reversal. No, not a 2-point reversal. My mistake. 40 more seconds. If Fish can hold this out and keep himself from getting pinned, even though he is still technically in control, as long if his shoulder blades are to the mat for 3 seconds, that is a pin, and that will cost him. So it looks like he's not giving up any points right now. We've got 15 seconds to finish this out, and he's back on top.
He's fighting hard for that.
Good opening match here for the Broncos.
Yeah, it is. All right.
So Fish actually did get some points there. Got 3 points for the near fall. And Corey Fish just bumped his record up to 12-11 and knocked Marcus Orozco to 13-10. So closing that gap. Hopefully Corey will make it on that top list for wrestlers and knock Orozco off there. Right now, wrestling, we've got Broncos Levi Jones, a freshman from Washington, facing Omar Gaitan, a senior from Anaheim. So a little bit of age differential. Let's see how the freshman matches up here against the senior.
Absolutely.
Gaitan is 14-7 to Jones's 13-12. This is the 133 weight division, and Omar Gaitam for the Aggies is another third-ranked wrestler in the 133 division. So Levi Jones is tied for fourth. So maybe with a win he can bump up here. No points yet. Both wrestlers still on their feet. Grappling for position.
Mm-hmm.
Low, Levi, low.
Fairly even so far. Neither of them really seem to be overpowering the other.
Yeah, nobody's gone for a takedown yet. Nobody's shot in yet.
Probably kind of risky when you're up like that, going for the takedown, because if you don't get it, then you're kind of in a vulnerable position, I would assume.
Yeah, and there's different reversals to do. Looks like they're left the wrestling area. Neither one was able to gain position on the other, though, so we're going to start again in the neutral position. And Gaitan took the shoot on that one there, but Jones was able to sprawl out and prevent him from getting any points. Jones shoots and gets nothing. Still neutral. Getting close to the edge of the mat there, and this one's going to come back to center. I was always more of a reaction wrestler myself. I was too slow to shoot, so
Gotcha.
I figured I'd just sprawl out on top of him and try to get around.
Mm-hmm. I don't recall much about my wrestling days.
Don't recall your style or your
No.
No?
I remember I've got a few blue ribbons hanging on my wall at home from my wrestling days when I was 5. But
Not shabby. And Jones here is sprawled out. He's going to try to get around, get free of the grip of Gaitan, and see if he can score some points. Take control. And when the ref blows his whistle like that, he's pretty much calling it a stalemate, saying neither wrestler can do much from the position they're in, and it just starts it at the beginning again. So there goes Jones with another shoot, and he's got to hold on to that leg, keep Gaitan from getting around on him. Some excitement here at the end of the third period.
yeah,
Hold on to that leg there, Levi. Got one more second, and we're good. He's able to hold on. So after one period, it's still tied up 0-0. And we've seen a couple shoots from each wrestler. Levi's going to start on top after deferring to Gaitan, who wants to be on the bottom and see if he can escape out of here, get a reversal. Jones has to wait for that whistle to be blown. He's got to get into position and wait for that whistle to be blown before either wrestler can make a move. And that time Levi just jumped a little bit early.
Gotcha. Does that cost any points or anything?
No
or
points, just a warning that first time.
Okay.
And oh, there we go. There's 2 points for Jones. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He started out in the top position, so he doesn't get any points there. He's going to have to get a near fall. It's 1 point escape
puts them ahead just by 1 point, so we can still make that up.
Work hard, guys. Work hard for the ties. Work hard, Levi. Come on, get to it.
there's a 2 point takedown. 2 point takedown for Gaitan, and it sounds like Jones got hurt there. He's down on the mat, and he doesn't look like he's very comfortable. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. You could hear him cry out as he hit the mat. Looks like something wrong with that right knee there, and the trainer's going to go out and take a look at it. Take an injury timeout. And I'm not sure quite what the rules are on injury disqualifications.
30 seconds of injury time.
We're gonna take a look at that fall at that. We're not gonna take a look at that takedown. We're having some problems with our playback machine, and hopefully we'll get some going for you later here today.
Hopefully. With technology, it's always up in the air. You never know what's going to happen.
It does look like he has some movement, although there does appear to be some swelling in the kneecap, maybe. Maybe he's got a big kneecap. I'm not quite sure.
Well, it looks like they're
checking him out, getting him to his
helping
feet.
him up, so I don't know.
And
he's kind of limping off there. I don't. Or maybe you're just going to walk it off and keep going.
He appears to be in a lot of pain, but it does look like he's gonna tough it out and keep going.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pain in his eyes, but he doesn't want to quit. You don't become a college wrestler by just giving up when you're hurt. So, you know, there's a lot of fight in all of these guys out here, and nobody wants to lose by injury.
No.
So we're gonna start this up and put him on the bottom, see if he can get some points. See how bad that knee's bothering him.
Seems to be moving fairly well though so far. Hopefully.
Feel it. Nice. Get your knees on your chest now.
He's in a pretty good position right here. He's not giving anything up, but he does need to get a reversal or an escape. A reversal would be ideal because you get 2 points for the reversal as opposed to 1 on the escape. So try to make up some points.
Got just about 30 seconds left in this period. Hopefully we can get a couple points on there real quick before it's over. UC Davis for this match has got 3, whereas we're still holding on it and nothing on that. But
see, Levi Jones has a leg and an arm there, so he's pretty good position. Ref calls a stoppage to that. Starting the center mat. And let's see if Jones can get an escapal or a reversal here in the last 10 seconds. Gaitan's got him in a pretty good position. Looks like he's not going to give anything up here. And as we go into the third period, it's UC Davis Aggies. Omar Gaitan up 3-0 on Boise State's Levi Jones. And Jones will start in the down position again, start this round. And he does a sit out, tries to escape, and Gaitan puts a stop to that. A lot can happen in just a little bit of time during these wrestling matches. And there we get Jones gets the escape point for escape. If we can get a takedown, be tied going to an overtime round. Goes for the single leg. Gaitan sprawls and puts a stop to it. Another shot there by Jones, and he's in trouble now. But he gets he's almost got a reversal after the takedown. And
see Davis just scored 4 quick
really
points there.
Yeah, he got the 2-point near fall for his back being exposed to the mat. But Jones was able to get a reversal on him there before going out of bounds, and he's going to start in the up position this time and see if he can't get some near fall points himself.
Got 51 seconds left here, and so they just showed you can score a lot of points in that amount of time. So still a chance there.
He can't really give anything up here though. He can't afford to give up any more points.
Right.
Even if it is just the 1 point escape point. 30 seconds left in the match here. Just trying to get around, get Gaitan on his back, score some points for the Broncos. With 10 seconds, the score stands 7-3, Gaitan. And looks like got nothing going here in the third round. And Omar Gaitan's going to go on to 15-7 overall, and Levi Jones will fall down to 13-13, have himself an even 500 record. Next up, we got Jeff Newby, a freshman wrestler from Brigham City, Utah, for the Broncos, going up against Sean Brendel from Elk Grove, California, also a freshman. And this is Sean's first match he's wrestled this year. It looks like he's 0-0. Jeff Newby, freshman at 141, is 11-16 for the Broncos. So
this is a 141 weight class here as well.
Neither of these wrestlers are ranked, and it appears that Derek Moore is the number 1 ranked wrestler in the 141 division in the Pac-10, and he's a wrestler for UC Davis. He must be injured today, giving Brendel his first shot at a match this year. So Brendel's probably real excited to be out there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when there's injuries, but it's good for the guys that don't get to get out there a whole lot to get some practice. So.
And this is a big one right here for Boise State. If Newby can take down this untested wrestler, that'd be big for the Broncos. But then again, you got to figure when you're going up against the number 1 wrestler in the division every day in practice, you're probably not going to be too bad yourself.
That's true.
And Brendel does appear to be the more aggressive wrestler in this match. Hustling, he's first one back to the line every time.
They're both keeping each other from scoring points, though. So
yeah, still knotted up, 0-0. Nobody's made any ground on the point board. As they are engaged there, but neither one gaining control. As we're halfway through the first period. And we're out again. Come back. Both wrestlers still just fighting for position. Brendel tried for a shot there, but
getting close to being out again.
Maybe stopped him, and not quite. Both wrestlers have to be out. There we go.
It was just a little bit of 1 foot in there will keep you in.
And as long as one wrestler is completely in, there goes Newby with the shot, and can he clear himself and get the 2-point takedown? Both wrestlers fighting for position right now. And you see Newby's got an ankle. And we're going to come back and do it again at center mat.
All right.
30 seconds left here in the first period. Both wrestlers fighting hard.
Brendel may not be ranked, but he's definitely holding his ground out there, it looks like.
Definitely a
not going down easily.
Now 7 seconds left here in this first period. Score still knotted at zeros. And that's time. So got some cheering going on from the
gymnastics
team
that's here practicing, ready for their meet tonight. They're cheering on the wrestlers.
And looks like Newbie's going to start in the down position. And he shot up quick. But Brendel was able to wrestle him back down. And let's see what happens.
Getting pretty close to being out again.
Yeah.
Got to be kind of hard to
there we go.
Stay in there. It happens.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big circle out there, but I know when you're kind of locked down with each other like that, you're probably not paying real close attention to.
Well, a lot of times you're actually trying to get to that edge of the mat, depending on the position that you're in.
True.
You're trying to.
If you're afraid you're getting ready to go down, you might try to get it to the edge.
Exactly. If you're in a compromised position, if you're not in a strong position, you're gonna fight to get out there.
Absolutely.
And get back to. Even though it's not necessarily a neutral position, you're still more of an advantage starting in that down position at the center of the mat a lot of times. And
you at least have that split second where you don't have the other guy holding you, where you can try to do something.
Where you're not wrapped up.
Right.
So still nobody in control here. Boise State. Looks like Jeff Newby was able to score an escape point there, so we've got a 1-0 lead on Brendel as we reach 50 seconds in this second period. And so now Sean Brendel just received a stalling warning, and sometimes if the referee thinks that you're intentionally going out of bounds and intentionally avoiding any sort of wrap up, he will give you that warning. There's not a lot of time, and if you spend it trying to avoid contact, then you're going to get called for it. And looks like Brendel, who started the match out as the more aggressive wrestler, the more energetic wrestler, he looks tired right now.
Kind of expelled his energy at the beginning, and now if you hit that the warning, it's just a warning at the first time, the stalling warning. If you do it again, is there a penalty?
I believe it's a 1-point penalty.
Okay. So you get a warning just to kind of let you know if they're watching you first, I guess.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
It's
the end of the second period for this match.
So Newby's going in with a 1-point lead into this third and final period. And he's going to start out on top and hopefully get some near fall points here. And he just gave up a point escape to Sean Brendel, which is not what you want when you've only got a 1-point lead and you're going into the third period. So, but Brendel gives it right back to him with the stalling point, trying to get out of bounds. So he was warned and he didn't learn his lesson and gave up the point that he just got. So
I guess if I would have waited, my question would have been answered already.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to say whether it's nerves here with the freshman Brendel, who's in his first match, or if he's just tired and is just trying to stall. He does definitely look like he's tired out there. So looks like Newby's going to be able to hold on to this one. He's got 1:20 left, and Sean Brendel of the Aggies doesn't look like he wants anything to do with him.
No, I think he's ready to be done.
It'd be real nice if he'd just lay on his back and give us some points, right?
I'm all for it. I don't think that he's going to be quite that willing.
Probably not going to be that nice to us, but
no.
You can always hope. And both wrestlers looking tired here in the third period.
Yeah.
Right now, Jeff Newby's just got to hold on and keep himself from getting taken down. And I think he's going to get another stalling warning. So it looks
that
like
one's against Boise State, though. Jeff Newby got that.
There we go. So it was the announcers, the PA announcers mess up here, and Sean Brendel did give up another stall point, so
Yeah,
his coaches don't look too happy with him.
Should stop listening to the PA announcer.
Yeah. He's got no idea what's going on.
No, he's probably a guy like me that doesn't quite know and is just making stuff up.
Wrestlers go out of the wrestling area there and come back to center mat. 20 seconds left in the period. And it looks like Newby's going to pull this one off with a 3-1 point differential. And Brendel's fight looks like he's going to try to make one last move maybe. And there it goes. But no points there. And
that's it right there.
That'll be the end of the match. Jeff Newby gets a 3-1 decision on that, bumping his record up to 12-16, and Sean Brendel gets a loss in his opening collegiate match here. So it's got to be rough for him.
Good for us though.
But it's great for us.
Yeah.
And so we've won 2 out of the first 3 matches here tonight, and we're getting ready for Cam Jones, sophomore from Brigham City, Utah. 1-3 is Cam Jones taking on Sean Hartani, a senior from Torrance, California, and Hartani's record is 12-13. So he's got some more experience, but his record isn't really all that much better. We'll see if this one should be a pretty evenly matched match, and let's see if we can pull out another one here as Jones goes for a takedown. Wrestlers go out of bounds. Come back to center. It's interesting to watch the styles differentiate when you get into the heavier weight classes. Jones goes for the double leg there. And Hartani goes for the single leg there, and he's got it, but can't get any points. Jones able to sprawl out and keep his position. Each wrestler has another wrestler's arm. Jones goes for a takedown. The wrestlers go out of bounds. And UC Davis gets their 5th overall stalling warning today. So
it's their 5th or their 4th?
The 5th or 4th.
3 in the last, and this is the first for this one.
Okay.
I believe,
okay.
So.
And their coaches don't look very happy with this referee. Of course, they don't imagine their guys are stalling.
Yeah.
And that one looked like it was a pretty tough one to call on stalling. I didn't see it myself. It was a little bit more obvious the last match with Sean Brendel, but Hartani, that one was a little bit closer to call.
That's why we're not refs.
I guess so.
We're not trained to do that, I suppose.
No.
I assume the ref has had a little bit of experience.
Yeah. And Hartani had Cam Jones and had an arm, but wasn't able to do anything with it. And Jones gets 2 points takedown, and he's going to get some near fall points here too. So he's got to keep some of himself in bounds, and he gets 2-point takedown, 2-point near fall there for Boise State. So Cam Jones takes a 4-0 lead here with 45 seconds left in the first period. And we'll come back to center mat with Jones starting on top. And he's got to ride this out, see if he can get some more near fall points. Gave Hartani that point there. Sometimes from a tactical decision, it's almost worth it to give up that escape point if it means that you can get
a better position
the takedown point. Because when you start on the top there, you can't get any points unless you get the near fall. So
taking 1 step back, 2 steps forward, kind of a thing.
Exactly.
Right.
With the the point system, you're still outscoring your opponent. So it can be worth it. And Artani goes for the single leg there as the wrestlers head over onto the gymnastics floor.
Good thing the gymnastics meet hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
That could have had been a problem.
That could have been real dangerous. It'll
Yeah.
be interesting to see what happens when we got both teams going tonight. So
Yeah.
So there we go. We end the first period with Cam Jones of the Broncos leading Sean Hartani of the Aggies 4-1, and Hartani for UC Davis has decided to choose the down position this period.
So the wrestler that was in control at the end gets to choose the position they want to be in. Is that correct?
I don't know exactly how that works, but I don't think that's it because Hartani was not in control at the end of the last period. So Jones gives up another escape point to Hartani. Score now 4-2. And when the wrestlers went over onto the gymnastics mat, you could hear the crowd here at the Taco Bell Arena getting into it, getting a little excited.
Mm-hmm. This crowd's growing. I always am seeing people walking in the doors. So.
Yeah, they're trickling in slow and steady.
Mm-hmm. I know the second meet tonight that we'll be hosting with Stanford, along with the gymnastics, is usually a pretty good turnout. So.
And there's a 2-point takedown for Cam Jones, and he's getting some near fall points. Let's see if we can get a pin. You hear the crowd picking up with the excitement. Jones is going to try to. Oh, and we get the pin.
Excellent.
Great job by Cam Jones to pin the senior Hartani. So Jones was given up a few years in experience on that one, and was able to get the pin there for the Broncos. So Jones moves his record to 2-3, and Hartani is going to be a 500 wrestler at 13-13. So another big heads-up victory there for the Broncos. So we now have 3 of 4, and have outscored the Aggies by a pretty good margin. That pin there will help us out. I believe it's 10 points for a pin. So
right now the team score, Boise State's got 13, UC Davis is to 3. So
not 10 points for the pin, but
wouldn't be quite 10 points, but we still got a pretty good lead there. So hopefully we can keep that up.
10-point margin, and right now is in the 157 weight division is Tyler Sherfy, sophomore from Kennewick, Washington, going up against John Clark, a sophomore from Pleasant Hill, California. So 2 young guys here squaring up, and Sherfy by far the better wrestler here on paper, anyways. He's 29-6 and is ranked 14th by USA Today. He is not the number 1 ranked wrestler, however, in his weight class in the Pac-10. So that goes to Morgan Atkinson of Cal State Fullerton, and so that'll be interesting. Also, Brian Stith of Arizona State is the number 1 ranked Pac-10 wrestler in 157. Tyler Sherfy is 4th.
So he's 14th in the nation by USA Today, but he's 4th in the Pac-10. That means Pac-10 must have some pretty good wrestlers.
Pretty good wrestlers, yeah. It's a pretty competitive division.
Yeah.
And the Broncos have done very well in the past in the Pac-10. I believe they actually have a couple of national championships, or at least Pac-10 championships.
Okay.
And with a minute left in this first period, neither wrestler has scored any points, and it's tough to get a read here on what's going on.
Doesn't seem like they're kind of in a deadlock there. Neither of them seem to be going for a whole lot, or they're getting stopped quickly by the others. So.
And Sharpie looks like he's tried to go for a little single leg takedown there, but got stopped in an arm lock there. About 10 seconds left in this first period. Artani, the Aggies wrestler in the 149 division who just lost to the Broncos' Cam Jones, is actually in a third place tie for 149 division in the Pac-10. So he'll lose that ranking with that loss, and Cam Jones will move up in those rankings, hopefully. As we start the second period, John Clark's going to start in the down position. Tyler Sherfield will start off on top in control, and he gets a warning there. Looks like John Clark actually is the one getting the warning. The referee explaining something to him.
Bad we don't have a microphone down there to hear what he's saying.
Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be.
Have to talk to our producer about that.
Yeah, I'll let him know what we think.
All right.
I'm good friends with him.
Our producer, of course, is my partner tonight, Michael Sullivan.
Yeah.
And Sherfy in control. Looks like he's getting some near fall points, and he's about to get a pin. Oh, Clark arches his back and is able to get out just in time, but Sherfy does get a 3-point near fall with a minute 20 left in the second period, and gets behind Clark again, and it's just going to keep riding him.
Still just fighting for points there.
Yeah, not without knowing too much about the sport, it's hard to really assess what's going on. It gets tangled up in there, and you can't really see too much of what's going on. It looks like they're both fighting for hand position right now, and Sherfy trying to get some more takedown or some more near fall points, and looks like he's doing that. You see the ref counting out. He's got to get 3 consecutive seconds, I believe, for near fall for 2 points, and then if you get 5 seconds or more, I believe, is when you get the 3 points. The referee hasn't awarded any points yet. There we go. We get 2-point near fall right at the end of the period from the ref. So going into the third and final period, Tyler Sherfy has a 5-point lead, 5-0 lead on the Aggies' John Clark. And the ref explaining something to the Boise State coaches. I guess just conferring to see what position Sherfy wanted to take here going into the third period. In this last period, you notice that the wrestlers do get a little bit longer break than in between the first and second, which is good for them because going into this third period, they are tired.
It doesn't seem like a whole lot's going on out there, but you can tell that
You're definitely both, expending every bit of energy you can. It's it definitely takes it all out of you. For those 6 minutes you can be out there, it's a long 6 minutes, and your body feels it.
I'm getting tired just watching it, actually.
Well, you got some Propel.
I do. I'm drinking my fitness water here, so
should be all right.
I'm ready.
You got vitamins.
Yes.
And both wrestlers getting some advice from their coaches there, and we're getting ready to start this third and final period. Sherfy saying that he wants to start on top. Probably a good choice for him. a good wrestler, a strong wrestler like himself. He's got the points near fall already, so figures if he can start off in that dominant position, probably a better chance to get those points. And it's hard to tell what's going on there. No. Referee calling a stop. And looks like he's warning Sherfy about something. Maybe he had an illegal arm or something in there. As violent as this sport is, there are rules and restrictions on what you can do to prevent serious injuries from happening potentially.
Right. Just like any sport,
exactly.
You don't want your players to get injured, so
it's no longer the days of the Roman wrestlers.
True.
Wrestling tigers to the death. It's a little more humane now.
A little bit, yeah. I'm pretty sure I'd be dying if I were out there, though. I know that.
Yeah.
Even though I'm quite a bit bigger than even the guys that are out there now, I'm pretty sure it'd be an easy fight.
And it looks like both wrestlers down here. Sherfy appears to be in pain. Clark hasn't moved from his position on the side of the mat either, though.
He's still sitting up, though. So
didn't catch what happened. Sherfy does look like he's not enjoying life right now.
No. Can't quite see Clark there, though. He doesn't look to be too much pain. Maybe he's just relaxing a little bit, waiting.
And you see UC Davis's coach over there talking to the referee, trying to figure out something. He's not happy about one of the calls that the ref has made there, and is asking his opinion about it. He just passed the minute injury point time. Not quite sure what that means, but keep hearing it during these injury timeouts. And it's still real hard to tell which wrestler we stopped for. Clark gets up without limping. It appears that Sherfy's the one that is hurt as he's limping around the mat a little bit.
Still trying to walk it off, it looks like.
Sure, though, he's staying in control, though, and is going to start out on top. So you gotta assume for this next minute 12, he's going to just try to ride out and
he's got a 5-point lead.
Stick to this 5-point lead. Sherfy jumped a little early there and gets a caution call. A lot going on. It's Sherfy going out aggressive. It doesn't appear that whatever was bothering him, his knee or whatever it was, doesn't appear is bothering him much anymore. At least not in terms of his approach. He's going out there and he's trying to get more points. He's still obviously in pain as he comes limping off there after hurting John Clark. So
yeah, he's got Clark down in pain back there now too. So still got a minute left, and both players are feeling some pain.
Both need an ice bath after this match. It looks like John Clark was holding his wrist or his right arm.
Almost. It looks like he was just kind of rubbing his chest there. He's ready to go. It looks like.
Yeah. Minute 2 left. Sherfy's still got the lead, 5-0, and Clark trying to escape, saying something to the ref.
Clark still looks like he's in a little bit of pain every time.
They're both in pain. It's going to be a miracle if we can finish this match without one of them getting hurt.
More so than they already are.
Yeah, more so than the other. Sherfy talking to his coaches as the trainer
Okay.
Apparently, you only get one legal timeout for injury either per period or per match. I'm not sure, but Boise State will get their choice of positioning going back to center mat, and Sherfy has decided to stay on top. John Clark does not look very comfortable. Looks like he's in quite a bit of pain. They were checking out his ribs, so not sure what it is, but he's not feeling well, and it does appear to be that left side of his rib cage, which Sherfy has been hanging on to all night. So maybe it's just all the pressure that he's been putting on there throughout the match.
Mm-hmm.
This last time out, both wrestlers have Sherfy just throwing Clark around, picking him up and throwing him down to the mat, trying to get those points. And Clark almost gets a point there for an escape, but Sherfy maintains that leg hold and doesn't give it to him. We got 15 seconds left, and Clark is trying to escape, but with 7 seconds left, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Looks like Tyler Sherfy's going to...
Oh, he got a stalling warning there against
Sherfy gets warned.
It's only 4 seconds left. It
doesn't appear to be much of a problem. And that'll be that. Tyler Sherfy wins the match 6-0 against John Clark. So Tyler Sherfy improving to 30-6 on the season, going into this next match with Stanford. And all of these wrestlers that are wrestling against UC Davis will wrestle again in this second match against Stanford. So it'll be interesting to see how much that last match did take out of Sherfy and the other wrestlers. We've gone, with the exception of Cam Jones getting his pin, all matches have gone into the third period. So
yeah.
That's when you're wrestling multiple matches in a day. It's not really what you're looking for, but that happens.
Yeah, I don't imagine it's going to be easy for him at the match tonight against Stanford,
especially with that knee hurt.
With the knee hurting and just from pure exhaustion too. I would imagine it's probably not going to be. I mean, just one match would take it out of you, I would imagine.
Yeah.
They have a little bit of a break, hopefully, in between matches, but
yeah. And wrestling right now on the floor is Johnny Nunez for the Broncos with a 13-7 record. He's a junior right here from Mountain Home, Idaho, so local talent kept him in state. And 13-7 record, 165. He appears to be a pretty strong wrestler. He's going up against Dustin Nowak, no relation to myself, I don't think. Dustin is 15-7 overall. He's a sophomore from Fresno, California. And right now, Dustin Nowak has a 1-point advantage over Nunez. Nunez getting the escape point after Nowak's takedown. And they're neutral right now. A lot of hand fighting going on here.
Yeah, it looks like we've seen a little more scoring in the first minute of the period than the last two matches, though.
Yeah. Both of these wrestlers with similar records. Nowak with a slightly better percentage with 2 more wins and 2 more appearances, but both with 7 losses. And people just keep trickling into Taco Bell Arena here.
Yeah,
it's almost doubled in size since when we started.
Absolutely.
about an hour away from our second match in our gymnastics match tonight. So wrestlers still just fighting for position with 10 seconds left. Looks like we're going to go into the second period with a 1-2 tie. And that's how it's going to be. So, starting the neutral position. Oh. Nunez is asking his coach if he wants to start on the bottom. And Coach Greg Randall says that is a good idea. So, see if he can get an escape point here. And tries to sit out, but Nowak is able to keep that ankle inside. Keep him where he wants him. Fighting for position right now.
Seems like the ref's got a lot to pay attention to out there. You got
to have a careful eye.
Yeah.
1 minute advantage time at UC Davis.
And you see Nowak there with the lock on the leg lock on Nunez's ankle, trying to get that so he can control that leg and keep Nunez from escaping. Nunez able to get out of it and stretch out. And we've got about 55 seconds left here in the second period. Score still tied 1-2, and Nunez is able to prevent Nowak from getting any near fall points on him right there with the rollover, and fighting to get to his feet and get some escape points or a reversal. And he's almost got it, looks like, and there it is. He gets the 1 point escape, so we're all tied up with 25 seconds left here in the second period, and Nunez is on the attack. So wrestlers are pushed out of bounds on Nunez's shoot, and we'll start at neutral here with 23 seconds left in the second period.
Can hear it getting louder here in the Taco Bell Arena. The crowd's cheering, and the music's getting louder too. It's
the energy's flowing, Michael.
Flowing.
The energy's flowing. 10 seconds left. Still neutral. And if he can get behind him, Nunez went for that shoot late there and was not quite able to clear himself and get those 2 takedown points. But he still was able to get the escape point and knotted the score up at 2-2. Looks like he might be bleeding. Luckily we've got this
They're
extra
prepared
long.
to clean it up.
Yeah. Oh, they've always got some Clorox, some antibacterial stuff to spray on the mats. I read this in the news the other day. In Minnesota, they actually stopped wrestling competitions till I believe the end of February on account of a herpes outbreak.
Oh.
So wrestling is so intimate. There you do with all the close contact. There is a lot of rubbing, broken skin, and wrestlers are very susceptible to stuff like that. So
absolutely,
again, better to be safe and put a stop to it and prevent the spread from such a bad disease with such a stigma.
Yeah.
Better do that. And a lot of people obviously are upset by it, but you got to protect the athletes. And
absolutely, you want to keep them healthy so they can come out and
and that was a bit of a digression. But my point there was that with the cleaning up of Nunez's blood on the mat, they are prepared for these kinds of things, and they keep it as safe and as clean as possible to help prevent the spread of any disease. Not really happy news, but that's wrestling. That's
exactly.
It's part of the game and part of the sport, and you gotta live with it.
Yeah.
Nunez starting out on top here to start the third. and he's trying to hold on, keep Nowak from getting an escape point, picking him up, and neither wrestler making any ground. And is he bleeding again? Get some stoppage time for Johnny Nunez's bleeding lip, which is still a problem in the eyes of the ref. And got the trainer over there trying to put a stop to that.
Yeah, it's don't want to spread the blood all over the place. I don't imagine.
No,
it's not. Plus, you probably like to get it stopped anyway.
Yeah.
Even if it's not spreading everywhere.
Well,
it's not much fun.
If you can get it in an eye, you can. There's lots of places blood can go.
Sure.
And it's the safety of the wrestlers. You want to keep it. You want to keep the mat clean. You don't want to have to clean it all up. So we've got 1 minute 35 seconds left here in the third period, and hopefully Nunez can keep that bleeding down, and we can finish it out without too many more stoppage times.
Plus, not only that, I imagine the liquid on the mat would get rid of a little bit of traction there, and you have to run the risk of slipping and injuring yourself that way too. So
you're so sweaty from it all, and Nunez gets a stalling warning there. And the wrestlers are run out. Nunez will start on top. Both tires looking very tired here. Nunez picking Nowak up and throwing him down. Was in a position to get some stoppage time. Nowak gets 2-point reversal, and looks like he's going to get some near fall points here too. So with 50 seconds left in this third period, it's Johnny Nunez is going to have to fight to get some points back and win this one for the Bronx.
2-point reversal.
And Nowak has his arm there. Nunez in a bad position. He's got Nowak did not get the near fall points, which is a good sign. Nunez just needs to get a reversal here, which he's about to get. Does he get it? He's got to clear that leg. Not quite. Nowak is able to hold on to that right leg of Nunez and prevent him from getting those reversal points he needed to tie it up with 10 seconds left. Nunez is going to have to really work to get those points and send it into an overtime match. And
it didn't happen.
It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Didn't happen there. So Nowak gets the win with a 5-2 decision, and his record is bumped up to 16-7. Johnny Nunez moves to 13-8, and our next wrestlers due up tonight: Nate Lee, 24-9, freshman from Payson, Arizona, going up against Ken Cook, an 18-3 senior from Fremont, California. Ken Cook is ranked number 4 by USA Today in the 174 weight class, and he's ranked number 1 in the Pac-10 with Nate Lee right behind him at number 3 in the Pac-10. So this should be a great match right here. Both wrestlers locking up. And Lee shoots, and no points, but he does have a leg there. Oh, almost got the takedown. And he's got to hold on to that leg. Keep Cook from getting some points. Right. Get yourself into some awkward positions during the course of a wrestling match.
Imagine you got to be fairly flexible there to not hurt yourself, being kind of stretched and contorted in weird ways. But
there, the ref determined that neither wrestler was able to make a move. We got a virtual stalemate call there, and we'll start back at the center.
2-point takedown on UC Davis.
And Ken Cook just got himself 2 points with a takedown of Nate Lee. So Nate Lee, a freshman, only at 24-9, ranked number 3 in the Pac-10. Got to expect great things from him for the next 3 years. Ken Cook is a senior. This is his last year wrestling in the division. It looks like Cook has him. He's going to get some near fall points there as Lee fights to not get pinned. Cook is definitely in charge right here. Oh, great move by Nate Lee to get himself back onto his stomach, and Cook scored 3 near fall points there, and looks like Lee might be injured, but he was able to get back onto his stomach, which is, when you're down, is the best place you can be as a wrestler.
Right.
And
I'd like to avoid being in that position, but if you are going to be down, you
don't want to be on your back.
Exactly.
Better to be facing the mat.
If I know one thing about wrestling, it's stay off your back.
Yeah. It's probably the major rule of wrestling. Stay off your back as a wrestler, and you're going to have a pretty successful career.
Exactly. It's like they're checking out his knee there.
A lot of knee problems here.
Yeah.
But Lee, again, only a freshman, and for him to have that 24-9 record and the third place stake right now in the Pac-10 is really good signs. This whole team is really pretty young. So next year, look for great things from this Boise State team. Nate Lee, interestingly enough, is going to be going up against Luke Friest, an Idaho wrestler from Sandpoint, in the next match against Stratford. And Luke Friest is the 4th-ranked wrestler in the Pac-10. So, very competitive night here, at least in the 174 division. Lee is not in a good position right there. Looks like he's definitely giving up some near fall points, and Cook is fighting for that pin. He wants it. He wants to help his team. He's got Lee in a bit of a cradle there, and scores 2 points near fall in that time, but Lee's able to get back to his stomach, and going to try to get free. Got 15 seconds left here in this first period of our 174 match between Ken Cook of UC Davis and Nate Lee of Broncos. And looks like we're going to end this one with Cook in control. Lee's able to get to his feet, but can't quite get free. So Cook has choice, and he chooses the bottom position going into the second period. And Nate Lee finds himself in control for the first time and doesn't hold on to it for very long as Cook gets the 2-point reversal with in the first 10 seconds of the second period. And he'll start on the bottom now, and he's down by 9 points. And again, I'm not quite sure what the point differential is for the cutoff. It's either 10 or 15. Lee getting a 1-point escape point right there, and we're back. Both wrestlers on their feet. And Lee's got a lot of work to do if he wants to come back and win this one by points. He's showing a lot of fight. He gets 2 points takedown right there, closing the gap.
Good way to start it. Start your point game.
He's on a roll. And
maybe he's just giving Cook a false sense of security there.
Yeah, could be.
Letting him gain a few points and then take him down.
Of course, then he lets him go. and gives Cook another point. So it's 3-10 now. Ken Cook. Both wrestlers on their feet with 45 seconds left in this second period. And it looks like Nate Lee has gotten more aggressive in this second period. Gets another 2-point takedown there. And he's looking for his coach for some advice. He's got 30 seconds left. He's going to try to get some near fall points. Score 5-10. He's come back, and Ken Cook is warned for stalling. We've heard that call a couple times tonight. UC Davis has been penalized twice for stalling. Boise State just warned. Score stands 5-10 with 21 seconds left in the second period. Nate Lee on top of Ken Cook. Position-wise, trying to get control of that ankle, and the ref's going to put a stop to that. We'll start from the bottom again. 11, almost 12 seconds left. That was a safety call there by the ref, as Lee was putting Cook in a position that was unsafe. He's going to try to. Cook's in a good position to get him on his back, or Lee's in a good position to put Cook on his back, but can't quite do it. And we'll go into the third period with Nate Lee of the Broncos trailing Ken Cook of the Aggies by only 5 points. Lee's going to start on the bottom this time. Hasn't had a whole lot of success against Cook in terms of escaping and reversing. He's lost a lot of near fall points to Cook, and it looks like he gets an escape point right there. There it goes. So 5-6 for Ken Cook. Nate Lee closing the gap. A minute and 40 seconds left. Cook's gonna Lee is gonna do everything he can to score some points. Gets a takedown there. No, almost.
It's a close one.
Was close. And if he can get himself out of this, he can get a takedown and some near fall points. It looks like. And there it is. There's the takedown. So Nate Lee making a great comeback here in the latter half of this wrestling match, closing the gap. He was once down by 9 points. It's now 8-11 as Cook gets an escape point. The wrestlers go out of bounds, and it looks like another knee injury. The trainer's going to check Cook out. Maybe he just wants some water.
Could be.
Both wrestlers fighting real hard out there, giving it everything they've got, and I don't want to say he's faking the injury, as it looks like he's obviously in a lot of pain there, but it's got to be nice to get some water.
I would agree. Water's a good thing.
30 seconds of injury time.
Oh. And again, another knee injury. A lot of tendon troubles, I'm guessing, with some of these holds and positions that these guys get themselves into. But again, the toughness. I mean, even these guys, they go down and they're obviously in a lot of pain. But even when they get back up, they don't look like they're in too much of a better state than when they went down. At least not according to their facial expressions. And yet they go out and they keep fighting as if it never happened. So
yeah, I could, looking at their face right now, it would be hard to be imagined going out there and wrestling anymore.
Yeah. That's why you and I aren't wrestlers.
That's true.
Not quite sure. It looks like Lee was. Oh no, okay. Cook was the one that was confused. He thought he was in the down position. Probably didn't realize he had escaped on that one. He goes for the shoot, gets the takedown. It's going to be 8-13. So again, he gets hurt and just comes out firing, comes out the aggressor, and gives himself a little bit of a cushion there. With 45 seconds left, he's got a 5-point lead over Lee. So Lee would need either a pin or got a 1-point escape. Now he needs a takedown and some near fall points to get back into this. Reaching the edge of the mat. The ref's going to bring him back. So we got 28 seconds left, and Lee looks like he's in pain. Cook looks like he's in pain. And they're going to finish it out here. It's 25 seconds left.
Tell you that the crowd's having a good time, though, and it's still growing. So.
Yeah. Lee's got to be aggressive here if he wants to win. He knows he's down. He knows he needs some points. There, he's getting around. He's got 2 points. 2-point takedown. Needs some near fall time, and he gives up another escape point. So he's getting points, but 3.2 seconds left, and another timeout at the edge of the mat. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get that. So a great match, great comeback by Nate Lee, showing a lot of heart, a lot of fight by both these wrestlers. Lee's not happy about the loss, but a great showing there, a great comeback against the number 4 ranked wrestler in the nation. So
absolutely.
You know, you're never happy when you lose, but a great performance by Lee. Well, Mike, it's been nice commentating with you here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, as a producer, I have to try to get some things ready for the next shoot that we have in with Stanford. So Ryan here is going to finish up for you since he's been talking the most anyway.
And I'll just talk to myself. And to y'all out there listening and watching, we thank you again for tuning in, those of you online, and those of you that are watching this in a later broadcast on TV. Broncos here putting up a good show, good effort against this UC Davis Aggie team, who is ranked higher in the Pac-10. They're undefeated in matches in the Pac-10 conference. Boise State has 2 losses, but it looks like if they can hold on to things here, it looks like they're going to hand UC Davis their first Pac-10 loss. Boise State has a 16-9 team advantage. Right now, wrestling is Luke Smith, a freshman from Idaho Falls, another local kid, wrestling in the 184 weight class against Tyler Bernacci, a sophomore from Mariposa, California. So Smith is 26-13 overall, pretty good record. He's ranked 6th in the Pac-10. Bernacci with a 10-9 record is ranked number 5 in the Pac-10. So that must just be based on head-to-head wrestling in the division, in the conference. Both wrestlers neutral right now, both on their feet. Very aggressive, both wrestlers going for shoots, going for takedowns. And they leave the wrestling surface and they'll come back, center mat. This UC Davis team has no imports. All wrestlers are from California, and Bernacci there with a shoot, and there he gets the takedown, and Smith is going to try to escape. He's kicking out and trying to get back to neutral as they leave the wrestling service and will come back again. So Bernacci taking a 2-point lead against Smith, the freshman, the young freshman from Idaho Falls. And somebody jumped early. That one's going to be called on Luke Smith for jumping early. There goes Smith with the escape. He gets a point there. So we've got a 2-1 lead. Bernacci. And Smith is in a good position here to get a single leg takedown. If he can clear himself, get behind. And there he goes, 2-point takedown. So Smith an advantage now, both in positioning at the time and with points. He's got a 3-2 lead over Bernacchi with 7 seconds left in the first period. He stays in control, and looks like they're just fighting for position there. And that's the period. So
4 seconds advantage by UC Davis.
nice takedown there by Smith in the closing seconds of the first period to come in and take the lead. And Smith will start in the top position. Smith trying to get in and get that head shoved down to the ground, score some near fall points, get himself in a position to score some points. And it looks like Bernacchi's about to get an escape point. There it goes, and Bernacchi gets his escape point, tying the score at 3. And we start neutral with 1:30 left. And we're going to have a new guest commentator, everybody. Adrian Guerrero is joining me now in the commentator table.
Good evening,
Adrian,
everyone.
good to see you here.
Oh, it's great to be here.
You a wrestling fan?
Sure am. I mean,
Excellent.
it's a great sport.
Excellent. And the ref calling illegal head move maybe there. Some fans questioning the call, but they were calling blue. It sounds like they're at the wrong sporting event. Baseball season is right around the corner though, folks. We are at neutral with 45 seconds left in the period. And both wrestlers fighting for position here, fighting for points. Boise State does have the 16-9 lead. The team score, and Bernacchi gets a 2-point takedown right there. Gaining control over Smith. But Smith is able to get into a good position, and Bernacchi there. It looks like Smith's going to try to get out of bounds, get back to the center of the mat and see what he can do from that starting down position. 4 seconds left in the second period. Let's see if he can get a reversal or an escape point and make it a little closer going into.
Here we go.
Not going to happen. So we go into the third period with the score for Tyler Bernacchi of UC Davis 5, and Boise State's Luke Smith has 3. And Smith will start in the down position. And looks like Bernacchi has a head and an arm. Is that a head and a leg? He's got a lock on Smith. Smith has got that leg posted out, preventing himself from getting flipped over. Smith fighting to get free right now. Bernacchi changes up his hold and he's got Smith in a cradle. He's trying to flip him over, get him on his back, get some near fall points, cushion his lead a little bit. We've got 2 matches after this, guys.
Good stuff.
So don't lose your excitement. Wrestlers go out of the wrestling surface, and we have 56 seconds left here in this third period. Luke Smith has got to get a reversal, Adrian, or an escape. He's got to do something to score some points here. Bernacchi looks like he intends to just ride him out for the rest of the match.
Right, he's just on top of him the whole time. He got to pull away.
Yeah. It's got him in a head and arm there. Smith trying to get free, but it looks like he's got himself in another cradle position. And there he gets the reversal. So there's the 2-point reversal he needed with 25 seconds left in the match. Luke Smith with the reversal to tie the score up, and now he's got to do something from here.
1 point escape, UC Davis.
And he gives up the 1-point escape to Bernacchi, and I'm not quite sure what the reasoning is there. With 10 seconds left in the match, I don't know why he just give him that point right there.
There you go. Time's almost up.
He's shooting. He's trying to get that takedown and can't get it. So Bernacchi will get an advantage point for a time advantage in the match, and that's a tough loss there for the Broncos.
Yeah, it's. I think it was a pretty even match, though. I mean, they were just.
It was a very good match.
Yeah. Good matchup.
We've got some top ranked wrestlers in the Pac-10, and Bernacchi is going to maintain his lead over Smith in Pac-10 rankings. Right now, we've got Matt Casperson, a freshman from St. George, Utah, in the 197 division for the Broncos, going up against Elliot Kelly, a 20-8 senior from Rockland, California. So Elliot Kelly is tied for 4th in the Pac-10 with Travis Gardner and John Drake of Oregon State and Cal State Fullerton, respectively. Hopefully Casperson can get the upset victory here against Kelly and keep Boise State in a good position to win. With that last victory, Bernacchi over Smith, UC Davis closed the gap, and the team score now is 16-12. Boise State with only a 4-point lead now with these 197 and heavyweight matches remaining. Luckily for Boise State, Andy Patrick, their heavyweight wrestler, is ranked number 7th in his weight division by USA Today, and is number 2 in the Pac-10, just behind Oregon State's Ty Watterson. So it's always nice to have that a top-ranked wrestler at the end of your matches. A little bit of insurance there. And we're still tied here in this match with Casperson against Kelly. Casperson shot, Kelly sprawled, and Kelly just got a 2-point takedown, getting himself into position behind Casperson. He's changing up sides now. Looks like he's holding on to Casperson's leg, and he let it go. And Casperson trying to get away, not quite able to do it as Kelly's able to hold on to that ankle and take him back down. So nice try by Casperson, but not quite able to get away.
Yep.
From the tight grip of Elliot Kelly.
Whoa. He's on his back there.
That's Casperson's able to get to his feet, but Kelly wraps his legs around him and says, "I'm not going anywhere, buddy." So we'll start with Casperson in bottom position here with 1:23 left in the first period. And we're waiting while the ref talks to the wrestlers. And Casperson shoots up. Kelly again right on his back. There we go. Casperson with the escape point. And both wrestlers just working for position right now. Casperson shoots and gets the right leg of Elliot Kelly. But the wrestlers go out of bounds, and we'll come back to center mat. starting on their feet in neutral. 50 seconds left. Let's see if Matt Casperson can get some points here before we go into the second period. Wrestlers go out again. Sherfy got a single leg. He's got one leg there and tries to take Elliott down to the mat, but Kelly is able to get out of bounds before that happens. And we'll continue in the neutral position. 15 seconds left here in this first period. And UC Davis with yet another stalling warning. So
you gotta push the wrist off your head.
they did lose a couple of points earlier to stalling, and I believe those points did end up determining that match. We go into the second period with Elliott Kelly's up 2-1 on Boise State's Matt Casperson, and Elliott Kelly has decided to choose the top position going into this second round. And Casperson is ready to go. And he shoots up, tries to get out, but Kelly wrestles him back down to the mat. And he's right on top of him. Right on the back of Matt Casperson. He's got his legs so locked on him. And there goes Matt Casperson with a 2-point reversal to take a 3-2 lead over Elliott Kelly. Looked like Kelly was trying to get position on Casperson's back, and Casperson was able to get him to slip over the top of him and get the reversal there. So
very nice.
Great job by Matt Casperson to score some points. So, the minute 22 left in the second period. Matt Casperson's going to start on top after the wrestlers went out of bounds. And Casperson holding on to a 3-2 lead right now, trying to prevent Kelly from scoring any more points. And looks like he's about to get some near fall points if he can hold on.
No, looks like he has a good grip on them.
Looks like Kelly is about to get some reversal points maybe, but Casperson's holding on to that left leg of Kelly, and it's not going to let him get those points easily. And there. The ref calling it to a stop, and the referee determined that Elliott Kelly did not get the reversal, so Casperson will maintain his 1-point lead. And somebody jumped early. That one's going to be called against the Aggies' Elliott Kelly. 46 seconds left here in the second period. And there goes Kelly with the escape point to tie the score at 3s with 35 seconds left. And see if Matt Casperson can't get another takedown, get some points, get himself a lead going into this third period. Casperson shoots, gets a single leg on Kelly. Boise State bench arguing that he's got control and has a point there. He's got to clear himself, clear that leg. And that's going to call this one back to the middle. Elliott Kelly now with a scoring error over there. It is still tied. And that'll end the second period. So going into the third period with a tie. Matt Casperson and Elliott Kelly tied up at 3. And Kelly has chosen to start on the bottom here in this final period.
This is the moment.
It is. He thinks he can escape Casperson and get a point or get a reversal. Casperson here has the burden of trying to get some near fall points. That's the only way he can score. Is to expose Kelly's back to the mat, and it looks like Kelly's about to get reversal if he can get that leg clear of Casperson. Casperson has his legs locked up and isn't going to let him go. We've got a minute, 12 seconds left, and Elliott Kelly has almost got himself some reversal points. He's still working, fighting against Matt Casperson to get himself behind him and get that reversal. And there he goes. He gets it right there, says the referee. So Casperson now down by 2 points, and the ref's going to call a legal arm bar there on Elliott Kelly. And with 49 seconds left, Matt Casperson now needs to get 2 reversal points or an escape and a takedown if he wants to win or send this one into an extra period. And with the team score at 16-12, Boise State really needs this match to ease their minds going into the last match. They do have the number 2 ranked wrestler in the Pac-10 going up against the 6th ranked wrestler in the Pac-10, so a bit of an advantage for Boise State going into the final match, but it's always nice to have that little bit of a comfort zone, right, Adrian?
Sure thing.
With 15 seconds left, though.
Here it is, last 10 seconds.
Casperson gets his escape point, bringing the score to 4-5. 5 seconds, he needs to get around it. And he can't.
Oh, very close.
Can't do it, so that'll end our match at 197 with Elliott Kelly moving to a 21-8 record with his victory over Matt Casperson, who falls to 11-12. And heading into this final match, we've got Andy Patrick, a sophomore from Boise, Idaho, who's 29-7, ranked 7th by USA Today, going up against Brock Mafia, who's 11-14, a senior from Tulare, California. So Mafia has the age advantage over Patrick, but Patrick the better wrestler here. And these are the big boys. This is the heavyweight division. This is just sheer strength right here.
Woohoo! Let's see what we got here. Yep, these guys they look really heavy.
They are. And
wow.
There goes
takedown.
Andy Patrick with a 2-point takedown, so he gets the first points of the match with 2 minutes 13 seconds left in the first period. We go to center mat after going out of bounds, and Andy Patrick is going to start on top here, up by 2. Notice he gets his shoulder into Mafia and make sure he gets some weight on him there before getting his hand onto Mafia's elbow, which will start the match again. Mafia struggling to get free. Patrick's not going to let him get away, and there manages to get the escape there for Mafia. And Mafia moving back in towards the mat. He's getting close to the edge there. About a minute, 20 seconds left here in this final match. And Boise State needs this one if they want to win. The team score now is 16-15, so this is a match. Great build up here. It comes down to the final match the way it should be. Mm-hmm. Keeps the entire match exciting. Keeps everybody into it.
Right. It's got 3 more points, right, to tie. Is that correct?
No, we're Andy Patrick is up 2-1 on Brock Mafia. So we've got the point advantage there, and team score we've got a point advantage by 1.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So both wrestlers fighting. There's Mafia with the shot, trying to get a leg of Patrick there. Patrick has a leg, and he gets 2 points. 2-point takedown for Andy Patrick with 15 seconds left in this first period. That's good for the Broncos. Now has a 3-point lead going into the second period if he can hold on. And it looks like he's going to do so. He's got Mafia in a good position, and he's not going to let him get away before this period ends. So a nice takedown there at the end of the first period for Andy Peterson, creating a buffer. And the Bronco fans just keep pouring into the arena here, getting ready for the big night. The Beauty and the Beast competition, where we have our wrestlers and our gymnastics going at the same time. So those of you that are listening online, we're going to take a small break in between the competitions, but we'll be right back, and we'll have gymnastics and wrestling coverage. So stick around. Andy Peterson just scored himself another takedown, so he's got a 7-1 lead now over Brock Mafia. And is keeping position. He's gonna give Mafia an escape point. Figures he's got a big enough lead. He can let that go. He didn't have a real strong hold on him, so let him go and try to get some more takedown points. Mafia trying to just fight off Peterson. Peterson does appear to be the more aggressive wrestler here in this match. I'm sorry, Patrick. My assistant Adrian is he doesn't say a lot, but he helps me out when I need it, which is always good.
I'm here.
So Patrick, with the lead, and Mafia now looks like he's got one of Patrick's arms, but nothing going for him. Patrick tries to get a leg. Mafia's able to get away, and that's the end of the second period. So we'll go into the third and final period with Boise State's Andy Patrick, the second-ranked Pac-10 wrestler, with a 7-2 lead over the Aggies Brock Mafia, who's ranked 6th in the 285 heavyweight division.
Here we go.
Mafia started on the bottom. And Patrick is working to get some near fall points. It's a long night here for the Boise State wrestlers as they've got to sit around and wait for another match to get going. Patrick and Mafia go out of bounds and Patrick decides to let Mafia get up again with another 1 point escape. Just concedes that from the get-go, and Patrick in a position to get some points here if he can keep him in bounds and clear him. And in attempting to get behind him to get those points, the wrestlers do go out of bounds, and we'll start at the center again. Locked up on their feet with 50 seconds left in the period. See Mafia fall into his feet there. He shoots. Patrick sprawls and gets 2 points there on a takedown. Gets himself in a position. Gets 2 points. Gets a 9-3 lead over Mafia. Lets him go. So go back to center. Patrick's got a 9-4 lead over Mafia. And unless Mafia can get a takedown and a 3-point near fall, he's not going to do it. So Patrick builds to that lead with another takedown and another takedown. So Patrick going at it, showing his quickness and his strength here at the end of the third period, and that stamina. Getting those points at the end of the period at the end of the match is really when you need them. And what was a close match ends up being a 9-point win for Andy Patrick, who bumps his record up to 30-7, and will hopefully bump his way up those heavyweight standings in the Pac-10. So a great match, tough fought here by UC Davis Aggies, but the Broncos are able to hand them their first Pac-10 loss, and in the meantime move themselves up the standings in the Pac-10. So great job by Boise State. They come out of this one with a 2015 victory over the Aggies. Again, thank you for joining us here tonight. University Television Productions sports coverage of Boise State wrestling match against UC Davis Aggies. Alongside Adrian Guerrero, I've been Ryan Nowak, and we are signing off. Stick around and tune in for our Beauty and the Beast coverage when the Boise State wrestlers take on the Stanford Cardinal, and our gymnastics team takes on the Southern Utah gymnastics team. Thanks.
Thank you.